Back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it. Sweeper number 1. I'm still trying to get loose. I feel like I'm about to bowl. I've been stretching for like 10 minutes.
You've been stretching for longer than that, bro.
Just getting prepared for the action match.
He's getting, my man's gonna be geared up. He'll be ready to rock.
Yeah, I got my theme music on. Like I'm ready. Sweeper number 1 here on this Friday. Emil Williams Jr. and Chris Roto Schlemer back at it with you. We got a lot of different bowlers here competing at this 6 o'clock sweeper. And obviously most of them, if not all, will be participating in at least one squad tomorrow. See certainly some repeat players like a Wesley Lowe who won a sweeper yesterday. But Brianna Cote, major champion on the PWBA Tour, multi-time titleist, always bowling all of the major stuff here in, certainly in Arizona. Getting some time in on the lanes during this sweeper. Of course, you see her on 9 and 10. I see my guy Dylan Taylor. Kyler Adams is back at it. Ben Perry's back at it. There's Kevin Robertson. I hadn't seen Kevin in a little minute. Good to see him. Man, Tyler Milbrandt went back at it too on the sweeper. So did Chad Lucci. Robbie Patterson is bowling on 13 and 14. Darren Tang is bowling this sweeper. Kyle Troop is bowling this sweeper. Matt Jones is bowling this sweeper. Landon Carnett's bowling this sweeper. Troy Blickenstaff is bowling. Pretty serious field. And it's $1,000, as we've been telling you.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed $1,000 for first. Guaranteed. Well, pretty impressive that Brianna Cote spent a lot of time watching. She's been watching some live streams yesterday and today. But she's already doing something that I don't think we've seen, if any people do. I mean, like, in 3 shots, she's made this look like, oh, why didn't anyone else do that?
I will say it's early, right? We'll see.
Correct.
How it plays out. Yeah.
Like, oh. No, that's how you do that. And we have learned, of course, that you can have the 2-game stretch. But we had a lot of players. If you missed squad 4 today, which was a full 6-game squad, it was pretty impressive to watch what went down. And again, everything felt different in the building for that particular squad, and the scoring and the amount of players who were plus certainly kind of lived up to the feeling. Oof, oof. Dylan Taylor over there putting in work.
I will say, with all the new people, I mean, obviously there's a lot of I saw a lot of surface, right? We heard the scratches happening, and again, so it's going to be interesting because it's only a 2-game sweeper. When you catch certain pairs that do certain things, if it's a full pair of Thane with a ton of surface, as opposed to some of the folks trying to use reactive, So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this transitions out, right?
Very interesting. We'll keep an eye on obviously what Bree finishes with, but most importantly, right, if that's a look she'll be able to have success with for a full 6-game block. But more people, I think, try to play around the track area in Squad 4, and they, whether they used a lot was with urethane, didn't see a lot of what looks to be, whether it's lane shine or at least shinier pieces of equipment going down the lane.
Correct.
Eddie Van Daniker, and he throws good.
Still.
Absolutely.
I said he bowled on tour back in the day, and yeah. What got going on? Oh, lane 14 is dropping pins again. Got some wild stuff happening up in here.
All right, open frame early for Wesley Lowe. Yamamoto. He's been putting in work too. He's been bowling pretty good lately. A lot of Phoenix and the Arizona locals here. Been bowling well. Been hearing a lot of honor scores and seeing a ton of honor scores
around these parts.
Hey Jay, how you doing? What's at stake here? That's a good question. So
$1,000.
There is a $1,000 to the winner, and there's a significant. I would say it's a significant amount of entry. So there's probably somewhere between 4 and 6 spots available in regards to cashing tonight. But this is kind of like more or less an interlude. These two sweepers. People ready for this action match. And
for sure.
We just got to get through the sweepers. It's going to take place again at approximately 10 p.m. local Arizona time, midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern. But there is money to be won in these sweepers. And then the other thing is, again, I was just talking about like players who, certainly new players, get an opportunity to just bowl on the pattern, and we get a chance to get a preview of how they might play the lanes tomorrow when they get back on the lanes.
Hypothetically.
Right.
Again, I think the big thing has been fact-finding missions, right? And, yeah, I think it's, again, some interesting plans of attack. Do see what do we got to go here? Front 5? Oh, spare 4-bagger. And some other decent scores. But again, some people, not so much. Again, and like Kyle mentioned earlier, right? It's 20 frames. It's a 2-game sprint, and not only $1,000, but then it's also bracket sides. They got other stuff cooking too, right? So it depends on how much money you want to throw up at it. Yeah, I mean, if you sneak it out for the win, I mean, depending on if they pay down 4 or 5 spots, and then catch some brackets sides, I mean, yeah, you might win an extra few hundred there too, right? So. Look at that. Slinging wood with a 14-pounder. Brie Cote. She says for the viewers. I like that. Kyle down there, little hip shimmy to catch a double.
Someone's flirting with close to front six-ish. We got Matt Zweig down there.
Captain Carl back in the hizzle.
Copy.
There he is.
Good
Dotson.
evening.
Brandon Dotson. Good evening, Carl. Very good strike there for Mr. Dotson. Been bowling since 9 a.m. this morning. Yamamoto, you got Robertson and Zweig, bottom corner of your screen. I think it was Matt Zweig on the string early. That's not a surprise, especially based on his squad one performance at 77 over.
Facts. Yeah, gives him 138 in the fifth. Strike 6. Yeah, left to 610, so we'll see how it shakes out there. Wesley Lowe putting 10 back.
So Wes won the sweeper, or a sweeper, I should say, last night. And, looking at the two games, right, looked great. He's back at it again here. This time bowling on the, fresh. He won the sweeper. He won the one on the burn, correct?
That's correct.
Last night?
Second set.
All right, so now he gets to see the fresh again. And I'm curious what's he throwing? Can you tell, Schlemer?
I think it is pitch black, I believe.
Okay. He's throwing a red ball last night. A
Yes.
reddish ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's Wes has got a pitch black.
So
Only good shot strike. Just remember that.
it's as if today was the turning point with how many 8-pins would be left. I've seen more 8-pins today than all day Thursday.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, isn't it?
Like 100%, without question. The oddities. There's got to be some kind of scientific reason about that.
I think, well, depends on what quadrant the moon was in last night.
Right?
Leading into the night
something.
is probably what led to where the 8-pin, why the 8-pin stands or stays or just doesn't fall over, right?
That's the most sensible of it.
I feel like it is.
I mean, I'm willing to believe something. I just need something to tell me why we're
still the
seeing
planet
so
Earth. Yeah, we'll go with that.
So many 8-pins on Friday as opposed to Thursday.
That's a good question.
Carl, we're almost to the finish line on day 2. But so from the organizing perspective, how did things, or how have things, I should say, gone and look today?
I mean, entries look good. Bowler response has been positive. It's moving along as best as it can go. I mean, we had one breakdown earlier that kind of set us back a little bit. I believe we caught back up within 15, 20 minutes. And because I set in that gap at 8:30,
Sure.
I think by all accounts, everything should be back to square one after this qualifying, or after this sweep.
Right.
What do you guys see? What do you think?
Overall, for me, I think everything's been solid.
I mean, you get stuff that's out of your control, right? When you have the scoring issue or whatever up the high end, I think in general there's been no qualms, complaints. Everything's smooth sailing, right? Like, I think it's bowlers been watching and paying attention. If they came and bowled or they've been watching at home and they realize that, hey, this isn't a free pass for free money. You
Do not pass go.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $10,000. It's just a deal of, I think they're accepting the fact of, hey, this is a challenge, and man, I want to try and get mine, right? And I think, I think, like I said, big picture looks pretty cool to me. Everything's smooth sailing. tickled it. Not enough. Yeah, Zwag over there. We still got him on his pair. Yep, 74 spare, 6 spare. So again, is this a result of the transition happening because they beat it up to start, or is it just a couple bad shots? That not terrible, but again, now he's after the little string there. Now he's on the spare train, right? And which we've seen so far, as we've mentioned, the sweepers last night, right? It was the one was what -1 to cash.
-1.
-1 was one of the pay spots.
Correct.
So again, the goal is par, right? So I think that's a safe thing. But it looks like tonight with the caliber of players and difference, you're gonna need more than par, I think, right?
Yeah. If I was to be a betting man,
if you were to guesstimate,
I'll take the over. If the over,
my man
if
says
the
I'll
line
take
is
the over.
0,
Should have bowled last night.
I like to put the 10,000 on the over, please.
Should have bowled last night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, looking at the competition from left to right, it is wowzers different in regards to the amount, even the scoring. I mean, Dylan Taylor right now, I don't know what he has for the front
My
5
God,
frames.
Dylan.
I mean, he's
Dylan.
got the back 5, that's all I know.
Dylan.
Boom.
Back 6, is there a corner? No, back
He's
6
hitting
at least.
260.
Well, that's a big game.
I like that out the gate. I think he does too.
I think it'll be 240 with this scoring system.
Is it? Because it just went up 30 with that strike.
All right, maybe
See,
not.
that's what the confusing part is with the scoring systems, the way they tally on the end. Some of them add, divide,
front, right.
subtract, multiply times 3. I don't know.
And some people have just manually put the 10 frame
across,
with,
right.
which obviously helps from our perspective.
Okay.
All right, we'll know in a few seconds.
44.
44.
All right.
That's a hell of a game
Okay, Dylan.
to kick
We
off.
see you, Dill. We see you, May. I like it. Coming out the gate. Strong.
And Cote's going to be in the 230s out the gate. So is Robbie Patterson, at least with one more strike. We'll get back to him in a moment.
It's a pretty solid pitch. I think Bree's okay with it.
I just can't believe just out the gates, bro. I mean, I guess I can, but I should be, because I know who she is and I know her talent.
I say you watch her every week, bro.
Right.
Almost every week.
But in comparison, we watched 4 full squads, and we didn't really see anyone do it the way that she just did it.
And so let's go back to this morning shift.
Okay.
In that zone,
Yeah. Break
again,
it down.
tilt and roll, right?
Tilt and
so
roll.
she doesn't. She hits it, but she doesn't like make it overreact in that spot. You know, if that makes sense, right? She's getting it to roll and read, and she's throwing a hustle, right? And so that's a low end
Now,
ball.
that's not a shock.
That yeah, exactly right. She is the queen of the hustle,
That's
right?
correct.
Because and she always tells me, she's like, yeah, you just keep making like 8 more hustles, and I'm cool with that. Just give me different covers, let me do my thing. That's totally cool, right? But again, that's a little bit higher RG, 253, 30 plus diff, not overly strong bowling ball wise. But again, I take that back. Actually, it's higher for her because she's 14 pounds. That's the other part. She throws 14. So the RG is a little bit higher. So again, higher RG, the medium, diff type deal. She's able to keep it online and again, shiny. She's that one, or when it was made, that red, purple, black actually came out of the box sanded. That one's actually, she got it shined up. So again, controlling the friction, something that's not going to over bounce or over snap when she sees it, right? So 16, 30, 16, 20. We got 220 left over here for Duster.
He was still a little perturbed at his 9th frame. And I said, hey, man, you're good.
And I threw the cloud on. We're just keeping that thought process intact because I said he had 220 left. Then my man crosses over, gets 8. But so now he's looking at 2. He's got to pick this up to get to 2-0.
I would like to quantify. Like, if you tell someone, if you tell a viewer what someone's max score is, and they don't, that's not. I don't think that's. We shouldn't put that in the cloud category.
I don't think so because
okay.
from a perspective of
That's
calculating,
just a factual.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's a factual item.
Right.
Now, if he's shooting 300, and
we know though,
and then we go to his pair or her pair, and when they're on the front 8, the front 9, and they wrap at 10, that's cloud.
Okay. Hey, I'm just along for the ride. If that's what you guys agree, the definition of a cloud is. We were trying to figure it out earlier if it's because of all the electronics and electricity coming through the headset, which then transposes into electric shock waves and shoots into the scoring system down to the pins, and then they don't fall a certain way, and that's how the cloud actually occurs.
Is that how we came about this?
We're trying to dissect it. Yeah,
I wasn't here for that sit-down segment.
No, you're fine. It's been ongoing since yesterday.
Right, we've been trying to figure it out.
E was on fire yesterday morning. Like the first five calls.
I basically had the front 6
within the first 3 games. Are like, man, you're batting 1,000, bro.
Wow.
Like you've clouded every person you mentioned.
As soon as I said something positive about somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Matt would like you to speak.
Oh no, he was
over.
throwing them too. He was firing in on the stuff.
He got in on the deal. Jay, that's a great item in the chat. Yeah, don't wager against people throwing hustles. I've never seen. Obviously, this is a credit to a Roto Grip, and obviously it helps that they're a sponsor. But this is truth. I've never seen a hustle not roll well for somebody. This is just straight up.
Yeah,
especially
and
Bree.
That's the reason why it's been around for so long.
She's in a category because literally, she just loves hustles. Most people know that, certainly if you know her. But even folks that I know, people still, where's the original? Like, can I find an original hustle? Like Hustle Inc. Like craziness.
Yeah, and what's funny is that's kind of what helped put it on the map, right? Joe Navarro shot 900 with a Hustle Inc.
That's right. Yeah.
And that, again, we've had make a couple different versions of it seemingly each year, colors and covers. That's something I always try to play with to build the variety in the brand in HP1. I've had different versions of solids, solid shiny, solid sanded, hybrids, polished, hybrid sanded, pearls. I don't think I've actually done a pearl sanded. Maybe I'll have to put that on the agenda. But I've done, shiny pearls, right? And again, it's having a variety. I try to build reaction in that deal, but bottom line, it's more of the entry level, if you will, on our side. But it's a lot of performance for an entry level. And that's where pro shops feel confident in using that as a baseline. They're like, oh, hey, you're just getting a bowl. Hey, let's get you one of these because we know it's going to hook a little bit. It's not going to overreact, and it's not going to be too weak, right? So, but yeah, Bree has a full arsenal of hustles. That's kind of been her jam for a long while now. And looks like right here in front of us, we're going to get Simo and Troop.
I don't know who they are.
What's that?
Who?
Yeah. What? Your feet wrap around a branch? What was that? Who?
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 Who is following with them?
I don't know. Right? It's for some people, making the move and knowing what pair to go to or move is hard. I don't know if they're not just used to skipping pairs.
It's Landon.
Hey, come on now.
He's literally Landon.
Yeah. No, because he had
the irony.
He had the irony of it, right?
Because the cross a moment ago was Kyle, Landon, and Tang. And I said, this is the card holding pair. Apparently this has followed to a second game on now 9 and 10 with the same card carrying pair.
I'm seeing some people out here that just look a little bit more confident. I mean, somebody like Landon, right? And I don't think he was ever not confident. I think his look has just only gotten better. I think the sweeper last night, even though he just missed cashing, but I think that helped him this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, bowling the 2 o'clock squad. Because his look last night was pretty solid, and that carried over into today. Whole crowd to our left starting to build.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-game sweeper. And why are those people not to their pair to bowl?
I think
What am I
truly,
missing here?
I think it's more of a people are trying to
Shuffle?
understand the skip.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, left goes left, right goes right.
And they're just counting, like making sure they count properly.
Hard.
And no one.
Gotcha.
Because someone bowled in the wrong lane. At the 6 o'clock sweeper yesterday. Because it just
That was him.
miscounted.
It was Landon, actually. That was the
Was it
ironic
Landon?
part. Yeah, that's what we said ironic earlier.
Oh, right, yeah. That's all it is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fortunately, everyone near us is going to be done. So I might have to go point that camera in that direction. Over on 13 through 16.
06.
Well, Sean's out there still bowling, huh? Sean Finch. What was his pink ball he was throwing today? Was it Black Widow pink?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's what he mentioned earlier. Yeah, and like I said, this comes into the way the transition is going to happen based on, again, 3 in a pair, the number of people using THEMM, how much surface they use to start, and then now you make the move, you go to your next pair. Where those people using THEMM? Obviously, Bree wasn't, right? So what are these transitions going to look like? And there's quite a few other people throwing reactive as well, right?
God.
Again, because only good shots strike. Yeah, I think we'll see some variety of scores coming out of this, right? Because now people are moving and kind of shaking their head a little bit, going, "Hey, what's going on?"
Emil Williams Jr., Chris Schlemer, Roto, Schlemer, Carl Ong here with you. Sweeper number 1. Sweeper number 2 will be, originally scheduled for 8:30. May or may not begin right at 8:30. But it actually might.
It's going to.
It's going to get, yeah.
It will.
I forgot
100%.
we're not oiling, so
That's correct.
Might be all right. 8:30 is popping.
Although we have some pairs that haven't started yet. 17, 18 over here. We have nobody even on that pair. Yeah, we're gonna get it fixed. I know it's a head scratcher, but yeah, we're here a couple frames in. Simo is kind of scratching his head, but I think him and I were chatting because he just rolled into town, right? And we were talking about some balls and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I had to dig through some stuff because he's been doing a lot of testing for us, and we were talking about some stuff, and he's like, yeah. He goes, just getting out of the car, and I'm gonna stretch. I go, man, you're talking like an old guy. He's like, yeah, dude. Well, I said, oh, hey, I get it. Trust me, I'm old. I understand.
No, I had asked him, what time did you start driving up? Like, this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. I mean, he had texted me, like, I'm on my way. I'll be there at 6 o'clock. I'll be there for the 6 o'clock squad. I'm like, okay. So when he got here, he made it with 30 minutes to go. So I'm thinking, he mellowly left this morning, just taking his time to come over. It's like, no, I just drove straight to here. Like, what time did you leave? I don't know, sometime this afternoon. I'm like, okay.
This afternoon, that's all he knows. The sun was up. I got here. What more do you want from me?
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Okay.
He bowled.
Bless you very much. All right.
23, the first one, right?
He's bowled the last 2
He bowled the last 2. Okay, good.
Yes, sir. He's bowled since the concept of this tournament. He has been here. This is Darren's second year.
He definitely bowled the first year.
Darren?
Yep. Right.
No. He only
Darren-
came last
Tang?
year. Yeah, Tang only bowled.
No, he was the first year. That's when I was here. Me and him were here. Darren was here that first year.
Like, I'm almost positive he was here.
Yes.
I
So then he wasn't here last year.
swore.
Nope. He was here first year.
then he's been here all 3 years.
Okay.
Now there was a year where he was he was missing a couple of events. I just don't because of injury. I don't remember which because he missed the Cactus Classic last year
That's why I thought
due to injury. Either way,
The good thing is
he's here.
it's blending for me. So
He's here.
we're getting multiple years now. So it's good that I can blend them.
By the way, this is what folks that are watching at home. That's what we call old age when we start to forget.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
4 score, and it was only
Yes,
2 years
I
ago.
am the oldest in the booth. I understand.
It was
I
only,
understand.
yeah, see, that makes me feel better about myself.
Congratulations.
I've been the token old guy here hanging out, but you help me feel better about myself with that.
You're welcome. I'm here for you, sir.
That's a pretty good pitch. And again,
It was a good pitch. Same thing from Matt Jones over on 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people been bowling all day.
That's what bowlers do. They bowl.
Now that is a true statement. Like that the investment options we were talking about. Like if you're gonna go bowl,
You're
go
doing
bowl.
it. Yeah, you're bowling. You're doing it. Do the thing, right?
Hit it.
Ooh. Didn't he go 7-pin just a moment ago in
Yes.
the same lane?
Yep.
My old age, I have to ask for recall.
Well, let's see if we get the
Just one frame ago, I forgot already.
let's get the Roto Grip replay up on the board.
Carl's old age replay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're watching some, let's see, we can see just the few pairs in front of us. You're reaching over to those pairs to the right. Okay. Got a couple 3-baggers on the board over there.
Ben Perry.
Down here on 5 and 6, again, we're such a mixed bag there, right? Because earlier we were told it's the best pair in the house, possibly the best pair in the state. And now,
Who said that?
Yeah, some of the chats online and some of the other bowlers around here, even Jonesy said it, right? When we were talking,
Yeah.
He's like, bro, that pair is the best pair in the house, and the whole deal. But now we're looking at it going, is anybody going to bowl 200 on that game? And because we had some games where the high was less than 200 on the pair.
Can I just say, I'm just going to make a prediction.
Yeah.
Ben Perry is going to cash high in this set.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, there he is on 16. Now, see, that's clout.
That constitutes a
that's
cloud,
cloud.
right? Okay. Just making sure I'm understanding the cloud rules. Because he started with a string
I'll
and
apologize to Ben
Yeah.
when I see him next.
then yeah,
Game 2,
started with
frame
a string
4.
and
My
oh, by the way,
apologies.
hey, you know that time when you had the front 3 and then you crossed over? Yeah, that's my fault. I got it.
Raymond Archuleta still bowling.
Kyle's got a 4-pin. He's talking to himself.
This is the first sweeper of 2 tonight, folks. And second one to begin at 8:30 local, 10:30 p.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Eastern.
Ken Redmond. Yes, I do know Robert Smith is from California. I just met him a couple of days ago, but we'll definitely get that updated. Thank you, Theo.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. Thanks for the help there, Tom. We've got 3-bagger spare. We've got some scores. There's going to be some potential scores, I think, out there. Again, as we've been referencing the fact-finding missions for those newbies coming into town or who haven't thrown a shot yet, right? We have a handful of them, but we've got quite a few that have played in some point in time, whether they've bowled some qualifying or even the sweepers last night. Because they had to work, locals who had to work yesterday, bowled last night, work today, bowl tonight. That'll come in and bowl squads tomorrow. yeah, we're seeing, it's kind of a little bit of everything happening right now.
Carl, there was a question earlier, and I wasn't quite sure what everyone or what they meant, but after looking at the final standings before we got off the air, I understood it. Someone asked, what is the highlighted, like in the full standings or squad standings? There'll be names highlighted in blue and or red.
That is correct. Okay, I appreciate you asking that. It's something for staff to tell us when they signed up, whether it was an early bird, a first entry, or a re-entry. That's for us. It means nothing to the general public, so I apologize for if that has caused any kind of questioning. But yes, it's an internal thing for Theo and I to kind of know where they're at.
Understood.
So that's it. But great call.
Yeah, someone mentioned that, and I was like, what are they talking about? And then I paid attention to it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll ask about that. So, game one tallies. We talked about Dylan Taylor's 244. We saw Cote shoot 237. We saw Robbie Patterson shoot 223. Ben Perry 221. Matt Zweig 215. Sean Finch 206. Anthony Simonson 204. Wesley Lowe 202. Matt Jones had 199. Kyle Troop 196. Several other 190 games. This feels like a anybody's ball game situation right here.
The adage "one hit away" is in play.
Yeah, this one could go in any direction.
It's just a bottleneck. I mean, especially with a two-game sweeper, right? I mean, how far can you really be ahead of somebody unless you just didn't bowl well?
Correct. You talked about it earlier with regard to wanting to create an experience as opposed to just a bowling tournament or an event, which includes, of course, an experience as opposed to just a tournament. When you set out to get this underway, how many side events, so to speak, were you considering, and would you have wanted to add more, based on the schedule?
In a perfect scenario, sure, there's always opportunities to add more ancillary options, right? But the time restraints in keeping into account the bowler's time.
Sure.
Because, there you go. There's some fire right there. But as an example, this is a 4-day event, right? So with that being said, and you can attest because you're streaming from ball one, the last ball. In the 4 days that we already have, there is no more room for anything additional, which I would assume you would agree with this from a experience perspective.
Sure. Yeah.
So, example, in a perfect world, would I like to offer a pro-am for the fans? 100%. I think we have enough talent in this building every year over year, that a pro-am would be, I think, a great draw for the community
that would be cool.
Come out, right? But that also would ask for either the bowlers to stay an extra day or to give away time get rid of 2 sweepers. We would maybe potentially get rid of a squad. And I think that then becomes a unfortunate detriment for the bowlers, because then that's one less opportunity for them to make the money that they're here to do.
Correct.
So it's a juggling act. So I don't know how to add anything additional other than while they're bowling, giving them additional opportunities such as the crisscross doubles, the Super 6 side pots, the progressive pots. So I've given them multiple avenues to generate revenue for themselves. But unfortunately, I don't know of a way unless I extended the actual dates of the tournament itself. I would love to do a pro-am, and I think there's so much knowledge in this room that I would love to give a clinic.
That also would be a great idea. Make sure you have this guy involved.
Absolutely. From a, my thought initially was to have a Thursday's day squad, day and afternoon, and a seminar with someone like Chris, and a couple of touring guys like maybe Simo or Kyle or whoever that's here to give the people that bowled on Thursday to come into a classroom setting and to talk about what they saw and maybe what the opinion would be from, staffers and players, and then maybe drill something or map something out for the rest of the weekend. In a perfect scenario, that would be great, but then we would either lose an action match or lose sweepers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a catch-22.
Yeah, there's only so many hours in a day.
Correct. And that's the only issue. Steph in the chat. Unfortunately, my sweepers are reserved for my main event participants. So just to give you a heads up. So unfortunately, I like to give my benefit to the players that are supporting the main event to give them first opportunities at the sweepers. We normally wouldn't open it up for the general public to come in and just bowl a sweeper.
Always a good question there.
Jonesy
Here he
with
comes.
Turkey. I don't know what he had the first game, but it's one of those things that, based on the scoring pace of others, it's not going to be enough wood, right?
Correct.
As we're looking at 250 down there.
Remember, I whispered Ben Perry.
I'll take down past that. Again, looks like somebody pacing 260 or 270 down like 19 and 20. That's what out of our projection.
Ben was on 15 and 16, right? You sound right?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, let me take a look real quick. Well, here it is for Mr. Perry. One more, he's going to be in the 250s.
Oh, what he had first game. You have that? Hey-o. I had 21 over. Okay.
Well, he's trying to plant his flag.
I bowl, so maybe I'm a little biased. He bowls with me on Tuesday nights, so I'm kind of hoping that he just had hernia surgery.
Well,
a little over a month
We
ago.
knew someone had said surgery, or he said it. Wasn't sure what surgery.
Yeah. So he's just coming back from hernia surgery. He took about 6-8 weeks off, and he just came back. This is his first tournament since him having surgery, I believe, late July.
Okay.
And that's why he skipped New Mexico and El Paso.
Yeah, he's got 250 on the board, so that's pretty good.
Well,
I like that for him.
So, unfortunately, I thank you for having me. I'm going to bow out because I know exactly what's about to happen. We're going to pay some money, and we're going to get guys back in for the 8:30
8:30. We're back on track, folks.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for having us.
Matt Jones can shoot. We talked about the 230, and he might be out of it.
Jonesy.
Out of pins. Meanwhile, Ben Perry does finish the game 259. Back to Matt Jones real quick. Hello to Regina. Regina Abood of the George, helping or runs the the West and the Northwest PBA regions. Regional manager.
So Duster has, he's got 240 left.
Is he on 5-6?
Yep. Yeah, he's got 193 in the 8th, spare up on the 9th.
Yeah, put these up real quick again. Duster shot 193 game 1.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to have. Know if that's going to be enough wood, actually. It's all based on what the folks up top did. We'll see how it shakes out. It's a pretty good pitch.
Don't forget, folks, to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to Bowlstream TV if you have not. That way you'll be notified. You'll get all notifications when I go live all the time. That includes at 8:30 local, and again at approximately 10 o'clock, again local, midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern for
or also known as mid-noon, as we've been we've figured that out.
Tonight's action match again. Kyle Troop, Matt Jones. That is the situation.
For a couple dollars.
See if we can get Brianna Cote's attention since she's down here. That means she might be done with her game 2.
I would hope so.
We're going to wait this time around because as soon as we left the air on the first sweeper, they announced the
well, we've got time because
standings.
these guys over here are only like in
that's right. You're
7th frame. Yeah, so we got some time, dog. We can.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, if you need to get up and do more stretches, get that all worked out. Work on those hammies. Yeah, This is. We're just gonna kind of roll with it and flow with it.
Fill shot coming up for Landon. Couple of shots left here on 13 and 14. This is going down to 5 and 6.
We're getting a scouting report from Bree, who Bree Cote, as you guys saw right here in front of us on non-intended start. As we talked about using a hustle, and then she made a bounce down to the high end. So E is getting a scoop from her, and then yeah, Duster down there is getting into the 240s. So yeah, we'll see how this all shakes out score wise. Down there, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Looks like 7th, 8th. Yeah, we got slower pace up there on the high end. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we'll kind of fill in some time as we watch these folks finish up. And as E was mentioning, we will have scores probably fairly quickly because, again, the 2-game deal kind of goes a little bit quicker. You know, people come in, they bring their sheet into Theo, and then they want to sign up. If they're not already signed up for the next shift, the next sweeper, they jump on that option if they so choose to. So, and Mr. Duster collects 242 points down there on 5 and 6. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be enough depending on the number of cash spots they pay out. We shall see. Yeah, let's see what we got cooking down there on the high end. 82 team. Yeah, we got some decent games here, but again, it's a matter of being able to put 2 of them together back to back in this 2-game race, if you will. That's why it's called a sweeper, right? Like, you're trying to get as much as you can, as fast as you can, and again, these are guarantees, right? Like, they're $100 buy-in, and it guaranteed 1,000 on top. So it's not to mention all the bracket side action for the sweepers as well, just like the qualifying spots. So, E, what'd you learn from Miss Bree?
She said,
any ideas? Oh, hold on. Now we got another TV timeout going on here. I don't know what's going on, but Yeah, so we still got some bowling. Oh, now and of course, one of the one of the pairs is still yet to finish 17 and 18. Now we have lane 18 is down. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen. We've got a looks like a blackout happening down there in lane 18. They've still got the 9th, 10th to go. But now we've got a mechanic in the pit on lane 18. So that is our first kind of hiccup of the day. We were so excited about, hey, we're getting back on track at 8:30, and I think we still will, assuming this is a minor fix and nothing crazy. But yeah. Anyway, what do you got? Scouting report from Bree.
So Bree said she got to +8.
Oh,
A couple splits, I think she said, down on the high end. That high end,
a little different.
it's getting people.
Yep.
You know,
A little
Robbie,
different.
I think Robbie got to, unfortunately, shot 150. He shot 220 out the gates down here. She said also, I was talking about her look out the gates here on 9 and 10, and then she said she started with a double when she moved pairs, and then she could, truly recognize that kind of the urethane carry down started to take over. And she started to see a little bit of early hook, which made some things different for sure, which makes sense.
Yeah, because obviously when we talk about, and I think that's the thing to talk about too, folks, when we talk about urethane hook and the fact of if you're truly using it and truly playing it, you're sandblasting the ball, right? 500 grit. Some are using 360. So urethane does not absorb it. It picks it up and it moves it down the lane. As opposed to reactive, where a reactive ball is more like a sponge. The pores are open, so reactive, if you notice when your ball comes back out of the ball return, most of the time the oil is not sitting on the cover. Urethane balls don't have that. They have, when you sandblast them, they pick up in the front, but then it sticks to the shell, so therefore it creates that carry down. And obviously, like you mentioned with Bree, she edged in a little bit. All of a sudden, they're like, oh, hey, that hooked like 2 feet, 3 feet sooner. And that's purely just because of rev rate and I'm sure sandblasted urethane.
Well, Dylan Taylor, who shot 244 out the gates, is on that pair, the last pair we're talking about here. So I'm going to go just move that camera so we can get a better look.
Sounds good to me. I'll dial him down. Yeah, Dill, and let's see what we got here. We're getting here to the end. E is going to, he's just going to turn the dial on the camera for y'all. So that way we catch a couple more shots of that. As you can see, popping in the screen there. Yeah, he had 240 that first game. I know you guys can't see the screen there at home. I'm going to do my best to see us after the screen cartoon bounces away. He's got 140 with that split there. He's got 147 in the 8th. So again, if he strikes out and get to 2-0, to piggyback with his 240, which would get him into the plus 50s. So that wouldn't be so terrible. We'll see what he's got right here. And that is a washout. So unfortunately, he's going to lose a chunk of what he gained in game one. And it's going to make it interesting when we get down to the end here on the scoreboard. As I've been chatting with you here, it's fun. We'll call this slow times with Schlem. I think that's what we'll nickname this little segment. We had just a lane breakdown on top of the confusion. People on the left going left, people on the right going right. Something happened. They still got another frame to play down there. Adrian obviously splits there in the 9th, and now they'll be moving into the 10th frame. So we shall see how that goes. Let's see. And I'm going to try to look in the chat here. Oh, of course, want to All of a sudden, like random stuff pops up on the screen. There we go. Yeah, for those of you watching at home, yeah, I see some of you guys talking about having to have a cup of coffee tonight to stay up for the action match. Yeah, we're clicking in at 7, currently local time, 7:25 p.m. The next sweeper is going to be at 8:30 p.m. And then following that, they're going to dress the lanes. We're getting into the action match. Kyle Troop will be taking on Matt Jones, the local Matt Jones, also known as Jonesy, Hat Jones, Hall of Fame Jones. They're bowling an action match, and I believe it is $2,500. So yeah, it'll be I think 5 games. We'll be playing I think like basically $500 a game. So it's going to be some fun times. And again, we appreciate you all watching from coast to coast and even around the globe, I'm sure. Yeah, it's fun to hop in the booth here and do a little action, call the action with Emil, and now currently just me talking to myself and talking to y'all sitting there at home. And we're soon to get finished up here on 17 and 18. And I'm going to guess Theo and Carl have the score sheets all but done. We're just waiting for these two. And as EU talked about, he'll be able to pull up the screen to show the scores for the sweeper, right? Because again, that's what he does here at Bowlstream TV. He aims to please, and yeah, that's going to be the goal here in the next few minutes. And again, we have within the hour, we will have the start of the next sweeper. So looks like down there 7-18. Oh, we got one more shot yet. Like I said, he had a pop at sinking out 2-0 before unfortunately opened in the 9th. So now he's going to put up 170. So he's basically going to give back almost all of what he had. He's still going to have a couple pins plus, but it's going to be a question of now he's got something. What's going on here? He's got something came out of his grip hole. I don't know if you guys can see that off in the distance. So he's back in the set C. All right. I don't know what we're trying to figure out here. Confusion. Anyway. Yeah, so obviously he needs, ideally he will want to fill this frame the best he can. And, okay. So he's got 7 on the board, 6 on the board. So it looks like he shoots 174. So he's going to lose 26 off the 240. I think 44 he had to start. So yeah, we're going to see how this shakes down. So he'll have a little bit of plus, but I got to think that some of the other scores that came in, like we saw Ben with 250 that game, and again, not certain, 100% certain what the payout is going to be for this sweeper. I would have to assume, I think last night we had the one sweeper, I think we got a few more people, so we had the one sweeper that got to, I think we paid 4 or 5 spots, so we'll see how this shakes down. I don't know if they put the cut number per se in the sweeper numbers to know how many spots are going to pay out. Oh, they do have it. Okay. So currently we have looks like 6 spots are going to get paid. So Ben Perry. Looks to be, Ben Perry's going to be the guy on top, right? So Ben Perry posted games of 221, 259 to get to plus 80. He's going to be your sweeper winner this go round at $1,000. Yeah, we got 6 spots paying out. So we get E turned back on here. There we go, bud. Yeah, looks like we're getting the scores updated. Waiting for a couple more to come in, maybe. Do the refresh.
Well, they might be about done.
I know they're waiting for the last 2 to get to finish up there. Wait a second. Who had 2? They had Dylan, that's it. Yeah. Like I said, so he shot 174, gave back some. So he's still in the cash spot.
Yes.
But tied for 4th with Jonesy.
How about that, Matt Jones? Well, he snuck in there. If he had shot 231,
plus 18.
if he had shot 231, he might have finished his second almost.
Yeah. How about that?
He would have finished second.
Simonson, straight out of the car, 204, 212. Plus 16, last cash bot, $200. Doubled his money. $100 buy-in, flipped it for an extra hunch.
Let's put that on the screen real quick.
For those of you watching at home, again, we appreciate the love, support. And again, tell all your friends and fam, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button to Bowlstream TV. Please do so. Mr. Emil would love that from you. So there you go. You got Ben Perry, 480. Kyle Duster, 435.
All right, that concludes our Friday 6 p.m. sweeper.
And Carl's giving us the update overhead.
Simo for $200. We had a tie for 4th and 5th. Dylan Taylor and Matt Jones at plus 18.
I don't know if you guys can hear that at home.
Each. Eddie Van Daneker in 3rd with plus 22 for 425. Kyle Duster.
168, 254 for Van
And
Daneker.
our winner, Ben Perry at $1,000 at plus 80.
Real quick, what did
Did
you notice anything different about what Ben was doing? Because he was curious about, what he might do differently next time he hit the lanes. I think I saw him throwing, a purple, and it looked like it had a fresh, surface on it.
Yeah, he said he had a mixed bag of urethanes, right? He had a couple different brands. And it was one of those things, as I mentioned to him, just based it off purely what Kyle said to us earlier in the day, it's the deal of adding more surface than you thought you needed on the thing so you could do the right thing. And then just understanding he kind of knew where they pick up or how they see it, and then it was a matter of making sure he had enough surface to then play up and down within those, right? And I think that kind of, like you said, he told me he had a red ball, a pitch black, and then, like you said, I think he had a black and I think a purple as well. So, yeah.
Well, all right. First sweeper in the books. Congrats to Ben Perry. Guaranteed grand. Kyle Duster second at 500. Again, Eddie Van Daneker third, 425. There was a tie for fourth at plus 18. Van Daneker plus 22. Duster plus 35. Ben Perry plus 80. Again, Matt Jones and Dylan Taylor plus 18. They get $337.50. And Anthony Simonson, $200 for his sixth place finish at plus 16. Kyle Troop and Brianna Cote just outside of those numbers, respectively. Jason Cragen finished ninth at plus 4. Okay. Sweeper number 2, 1 hour from now. 1 hour from now.
Set your clocks. Turn on your alarms.
I think I'm going to get a coffee.
Uh-oh. He's feeling it.
It's about
Coffee
that time. It's about that time.
It's about that time.
We got maybe probably 5 more games to go in that action match tonight, because I think that's going the distance.
Oh, I think
that's going to go the distance.
Yeah, safe play.
With that said, let's go out, get some snacks, a little coffee, and we will be returning with you shortly here. Theo Duthay about to make his final announcements. Shout out to Theo, tournament director, of course, here, and runs the Complete Bowling Events tournament group. Of course, Carl and Kathy Ong, the founders of this tournament. JJ here at Bowlero Kyrene, the GM. For Chris Schlemer, of course, of Roto Grip. I want to thank all of the proud and presenting sponsors here, the sweepers in particular. That includes, of course, Team Agent Ong and my home group, Roto Grip, Acclaim Garage Doors, and Schaefer Family Electric. And, of course, all of the presenting sponsors here for this weekend's Agent Ong Open. With that said, we will see you in just a sec. All right. For all involved, we'll see you in 1 hour. Sweeper 2 is next, right here on Bowlstream TV.